We are back. Alrighty, guys. So, Veracus just took a turn, knocked the Mulcarian guy down to half HP, and now number
The
two...
mound is down.
Almost. So, Vine Blight number 2, or sorry, Needle Blight number 2, is going to come over to Veracus and try to swipe at him with his claws. So let me roll that. Veracus, what is your AC, please?
17.
It misses. So it comes and swipes at you, and that's its only action. So that happens, and then we hop over to Tide's turn. And Tide, you are 30 feet from the mound. Sorry, from Mulcarian, and you're like 35 feet from the Vine Blight that just attacked Veracus.
Cool. I'll move up. So where I'm at now, I'll move up 2 squares and over to the left one.
Okay.
So 654 also alive?
No, 654 are all down from Eremos. So we have the Vine Blight, Needle Blights 1, 2, 3, and then Andy Mulcarian.
Okay. So this, so I'll have this maybe 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, that's where I want to be. So there's a 30-foot line. I'm gonna use my, what's it called? Agnazar Scorcher spell. And I'm gonna do a 30-foot line through Mulcarian and the Vine Blight 1.
Oh, heck yeah. Okay.
And they have to make dex saves of 15. But I think Mulcarian fails all ability checks that require sight.
Yep, so he will auto-fail that, and then
Fantastic.
for the Vine Blight does not have a good dex mod, so it fails also.
Taking a tip from Eremos, he just rockets right through everybody.
All right, that's 12 fire damage.
Nice.
Nice.
To each of them?
To both of them, yeah.
Both
They both failed.
Yeah, they both failed, so they each take 12. So let me do some math. It's going to be... Yes. Sweet. Yeah, they both take 12 damage from that. Awesome. So you see both of them kind of like get hit by the flame, and a bunch of smoke comes out of their, as their branches kind of crack open as they're getting charred up. So nicely done.
Cool. And then that's... I do not have any other bonus actions. That's my turn.
Sweet. The Needle Blight that just barely dodged being wrecked by Eremos is going to attack him, and then we will go to Kastan's turn. So really quick, Eremos, what's your AC?
Should be 19.
Sweet. It rolls an 18, so it does not hit you.
Okay.
So it kind of raises a very sharp, like wooded fist, and you just block it out of the way, no problem. Kastan, you are up next. As an action, do you want to make a strength save to break free from being restrained?
No. So what I want to do, is there an area, like I have a spell I want to cast, and I want to catch as many of the Twig Blights, Vine Blight, and the Mound all within a 20-foot diameter, like a 20-foot sphere.
So you could cast that and hit every enemy, all 5
Fantastic.
enemies, but it would also hit Veracus and Eremos.
I'm okay with that because it's the spell says it's creatures of my choice within range.
Okay. Boom! There you go.
Nice.
So you can hit all enemies. Yes.
Fireball.
Cousin, what?
It's fine.
So Kastan is like entangled in these vines, like up to his knees, probably.
I'd say some are kind of over your shoulder and chest too, like you're
absolutely.
Strained. Yeah.
Is there a way that I would be able to get everybody and catch myself just in like the edge of it?
Sure. Yeah.
Right.
Well, let me do the math. Hang on. 5,
Please,
10,
yeah.
You said it's a 20-foot radius?
20-foot diameter.
Oh, no.
10-foot radius.
No, for a 10-foot radius, you could get to where Vine Blight 1 and then Twig Blight or Needle Blight 3 are on the two edges of that. So that would hit Malkarian, Verkus, Eremos 2 and 1, but you wouldn't be able to hit all of them and yourself.
Okay. I'll rather just hit all of them. So from where I'm at, I'm imagining like I probably have very limited use of my arms at this point too.
Yeah.
Um,
I'd say your hands are free.
okay. Are they free enough for me to bonus action shoot my Starry Form archer thing?
Because your biceps and shoulders, yeah, it would be disadvantaged. So it'd be hard to aim, but you could fire that.
Okay, great.
But
what
it
I'm
would be
going
a
to start
disadvantage.
with, I'm going to cast Wither and Bloom.
Ooh.
So I invoke both death and life within this 10-foot radius sphere centered on the point within range, so getting at everybody. All of the Twig Blights, Vine Blights, and the Mound must make a DC 15 con save. If they fail, they take 2d6 necrotic damage. If they succeed, they take half. Any kind of plant life creature, plant life, non-magical plant life in the area immediately withers and dies.
Whoa, okay, let me read
And
that.
then
That's
have either of you
awesome.
taken damage, Verkus, Eremos? No? I didn't think
Nope.
so. Because I can also, as part of the spell, allow one of you to roll your hit dice to get health back.
Oh, nice. No,
So
I'm great.
I'm gonna
I still
start
have my
with
temporary hit points.
Same.
Malkarian fails his con save. So how much damage does he take?
It's going to be 2d6. I'm going to roll that right now.
Perfect.
That's going to be 10 necrotic damage.
Nice. So yeah, he begins to wither, and then the Vine Blight's gonna make its con save. It gets a +2. 17. That passes, correct?
That passes, yeah.
So does that take half damage or none at all?
Yeah, it takes half damage. So it'll be 5 necrotic.
Sweet. So the Vine Blight part of like half of its body begins to wither and bloom or wither, and it's going to it looks like if it takes 1 or 2 more hits, it'll go down, the big Vine Blight. And then all 3 of the smaller Needle Blights, those guys get a +1. So I'm gonna roll for that one. Fail. Number 2 passes. What was the DC on that?
15.
Okay, so 2 and 3 actually pass. So those both take half damage. And
Okay.
then number 1 takes full damage. So Needle Blight number 1 is at 1 hit point left. It looks like it's basically about to fall over if you blow on it really hard. But Needle Blights 2 and 3, they start to wither up about half their body, but they're still in the fight. So
all right, and then I'll take my bonus action to shoot a shot off my Starform Archer bow toward the Vine Blight.
the
And
Vine
that's going
Blight,
to be with disadvantage.
cool. So roll at a disadvantage. The Vine Blight has an AC of only 12. So good luck.
Okay. So the
Yeah.
lowest of these two needs to be a 5.
You can do it.
Damn, I rolled a nat 20 and then another nat 20 tipped to an 8. So it still hits. It'll be 15 to hit.
That's good.
15 to hit. That hits. Go for it.
And that's going to be 8
I
radiant
picture
damage.
Kestan struggling against the vines, and you line up like the perfect headshot, and then you're like, and you still hit it, but it's just like.
Somehow it's got like an arc on it.
How much damage was that?
8.
8.
Okay, so you hit it, and it has 1 hit point left. It had 9 HP left.
Oh,
Oh my god. Okay.
oh, that hurts.
So you look at the base of its skull, and you're like, if I hit it right there, its head will fall off and it'll just drop, and then you just miss slightly, and it hits the chest and like kind of explodes magically, and a bunch of wood comes out, but it's still barely standing.
Hold on. I will use Tavusa's reaction to give that one fire damage.
Cool. So that kills it because any bonus will be at.
I used it
Get your
during
reaction
my
back?
turn.
Yeah.
And his turn is technically right after mine. So he automatically gets his reaction back.
You are correct.
Nice.
So
Nice.
The
so I
Vine
won't be
Blight
able to
goes
use
down.
fire on mine.
Okay, the vine goes
yeah.
down. Let me put this on the map there.
But now I
You
have
hear in
Hunter's
your
Mark,
head,
so I
"Thank you,
still get the
cousin."
D6.
Yes, and as that Vine Blight goes down, its difficult terrain suddenly turns very feeble, so you can like kick through it and it turns to dust. Kestan is no longer restrained. I'm gonna
Worth it.
erase the difficult terrain.
Mhm.
So that was awesome. So Kastan, as soon as you hit it, and then suddenly, like as it's exploding, Tavusa just kind of adds a little bit of extra fire plume, and the vine just kind of and just falls down, and suddenly you just bust out of your vines, and you're like, yeah.
I can't help but picture like the very first Pirates of the Caribbean movie where they put the bomb in the dude's chest and then push him outside of the bus, where it just goes, no fair.
Exactly. Exactly. Awesome.
Love it.
All right. Well, that is sweet. So now there are only 4 enemies remaining, and that was Kastan. We are back to Mulkarian, who is still blinded. So let me go through real quick, and I have to check some recharges on some of their abilities. Give me one moment here. Okay, so being blinded. First it's going to do a blind claw attack against the nearest enemy, which is Verkus, but that is at disadvantage. And so that's going to be, hang on here.
Verkus will accidentally trip out of the way. That'd be great.
Well, I just got to correct the way I typed this out when I made
Or
the
he'll
stats
accidentally
was wrong.
trip into the way. Wait, what?
Okay, so I'm going to roll the.
Whoa.
So that's a 15 total, and then an
Okay.
18 total. So does the 15 hit? Is at disadvantage? No.
No.
Okay. So you're able to kind of dodge and block the frantic claw attack. And then let me check one spell here. It might be able to cast it without sight.
That blindness really messed him up. Well done.
It really does. That's awesome.
I'm very glad I took that spell.
Yeah. So am I.
I'm like, this is great against spellcasters, like especially because a lot of spellcasters require sight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me check one other spell here because it can't do that one. Let me see about this one. Nope. It says one creature you can see within range. Nope.
First sentence, must be able to see within range. It's
Yep.
usually right there.
Okay, so besides its claw attack, it really can't do anything else. So yeah, all of its other actions. So it has 2 actions that it just can't do anything with. So it is going to roll a con save to see if it can get out of this blindness. That's going to be a +4. Cock dice. I'm going to roll again.
Kill him.
A 19 breaks for your blindness, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Hey,
okay.
That was 2 turns.
That was
That was nice.
Worth it.
That is the end of its turn. Eremos, you are up next. So Eremos, you are next to Verkus. Engaged with you, or like within 5 feet of you, are Needle Blights 2 and 3. And then you still have your Comet active. So
can I back up enough to like make a ramming tackle at Mulkarian using my movement and action and bonus everything?
Yes. But it will provoke attacks of opportunity from Needle Blights 2 and 3.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
Let me roll for them real quick.
And also
your AC is 19, right?
Also from Mulkarian now, because he's not blind anymore.
Well, he wasn't next to Eremos, actually.
Eremos.
He'll be engaging but not disengaging.
Cool. So Needle Blights 2 and 3 try to attack you. They both miss because your AC is 19. They both rolled lower. So how do you want to move on the map? Do you want to kind of go around and then slam into Mulkarian?
Yes, however I can line up a comet dash into Mulkarian, taking him down to the ground with me if I can as my action.
Sweet. So we talked about this before while we were on break. Technically, to get 30 feet of ramming speed, if you move 15 feet, you don't always get that 30 feet remaining movement straight, depending on your relation to the target. But we're giving Eremos a little bit of flexibility with distances in the same way that this magical area amplified Verkus's protein bars and Tide's nature petals.
He would, because I think he just needs to run into it with his movement, so he can use his action to dash, and that would give him enough. But that uses to do the comet effect.
Mm-hmm.
So with your dash, you have the ability to run back enough to then give you the 30 feet to. But then you wouldn't be able to like attack follow up. But
yeah, but that would be okay. What I want to do is just do some kind of maneuver, so I'm comet dashing into him. If I can do that, 46 damage, and then tackle him prone as well. I would like to
Yes.
within at the end discretion. I'll use everything.
Cool. So first he's gonna make a dex save. Oh, and quick thing to Matthew, he does have one channel divinity per long rest, but it lasts for 1 minute. So when he activated it, it's still active.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yes.
My action, I still get to move, and I can still dash into people with just my movement if I can maneuver.
So let me roll the dex save to see if he can dodge some of this. He rolls a 13, not enough to dodge, correct?
Sweet, yeah. So he'll take the full 46. Magical bludgeoning and radiant.
Cool. Let's roll that first,
Okay,
and then we'll attempt the tackle as well.
sounds good. So the magical bludgeoning is 9,
Cool.
and then the radiant is also 9. Hey.
Nice.
Ooh, his
And
HP
then-
is getting low.
And then for the tackle, it would be a contested athletics check on my part, and then he can do athletics or acrobatics, and it's only a DC 8. So.
Okay, great. Let me DC 8. Let me roll that real quick. Hang on here. So he has +5. So
Actually, I'm going to use 2 of those D4s.
okay, to increase that, perfect.
So DC 11.
He still passes. He got a 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he remains standing as you slam into him, but he kind of moves back almost like a superhero where his feet are scratching the wood of the cabin floor. So well done.
That's great. That's it.
Okay, awesome. That was sweet. So that was a good turn. And after Eremos, Needle Blight number 1, that is going to fire more needles at Kastan. It'll not be at advantage this time because
Bring it.
Kastan's no longer restrained. It rolls a 17. Does that hit?
That hits. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Ow.
But that doesn't do much damage. That does 2d4 plus 1. So let me roll that real quick.
7 to 3. Let's see.
It does 6 damage to you, 6 piercing.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So a few of these needles kind of like lacerate your arms and chest as they kind of spike into you, but you're like, okay, I'll live.
It's reduced by your temporary hit points.
Yeah, I mean, I only took 2 damage.
Yeah.
Total.
So you're like, I'm good.
Yeah.
After that, it is Verkus's turn. There are 4 enemies remaining. Andy, Mulcarian, and then 3 Needle Blights. 2 of which, or Needle Blight number 1 is badly wounded, and the other 2 are at about half health.
Okay.
And you are within 5 feet of Mulcarian, who just got impacted very brutally by Eremos, and then Needle Blight number 2 is within 5 feet of you as well.
Is there a way for me to reposition myself so that I'm flanking Eremos? Or flanking with Eremos
I don't think so.
without
yeah.
taking the attack of opportunity?
You would take an attack of opportunity, but you could,
It's worth it, Verkus.
Would it be an attack of opportunity for number 2?
and Mulcarian. They
He can't
would-
just like. He can't
Can
just
I
like
stay within Mulcarian's
axis.
access? Yeah.
Actually, you know what? You
Sphere of
could.
influence, melee range.
Yeah.
So here's how I have it on the map right now. So, and again, this is mirrored probably in the zone.
Oh,
but
I mean, I could just. I guess I can't move.
you could
through
go
his...
around. You could go around Eremos kind of this way, but that would provoke an attack from 2 and Mulcarian as you reposition around.
Can he just shunt himself between Mulcarian and 2 to get between 1 and Mulcarian?
Yeah, then you'd get attacks of opportunity from 2, I guess, and yeah, I guess not Mulcarian because he's facing Eremos.
What I'll do is, like, kind of like a, excuse me, pardon me, fucking get out of my way, and I'm gonna stab number 2 first.
Okay, do it. Yeah, number 2 only has 6 hit points, so and its AC is 12, so go for it.
Hey, I rolled a natural 12, so that's a 19 to hit.
Cool. That hits.
And I do 8 points of damage.
Cool. You
Nice.
obliterate number 2. Just it gets right out of your way.
Yeah. Just
Get out of my way.
Get out of my way. Ha! And then I'll put myself between Mulcarian and number 1 so that I don't take any attacks of opportunity. And I'll take another swing at Mulcarian.
Do it.
Okay, 19.
That hits.
Okay,
Just barely.
well, technically it's a 26.
That
It's
absolutely
natural
hits.
19.
Nice.
All right.
Rolling good. I like it.
It's helpful when I have advantage.
Yes.
So I will do first my D6 slashing. That is 8 points, and then an extra D6 from Hunter's Mark, which is an extra 2 points of damage.
Extra 2 from Hunter's Mark?
Yep.
Cool, because the slashing is halved, but the Hunter's Mark is full. So
yes.
So 6 damage total.
Perfect.
Good.
Great. And then Tavusa already used the reaction to boost Kastan, right?
Yes. So I'll end my turn at that, and Tavusa gets his
Reaction.
Do you
reaction
still
back.
have your bonus action?
I used it for my second attack.
Oh,
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I still have that teamwork bonus. Like I think one more maybe.
Well, you can also use your bonus
Oh.
action to use Tavusa's action to light your weapon on fire.
No, absolutely. I thought about that, but I was like, remove something from the board and reposition myself felt like a better.
Yeah, no, for
use.
sure.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, as you guys all see Verkus deal a nice blow to Malkarian, you see that the morphed grotesque form of Malkarian is at about 20% hit points remaining. Tide, you are up next. There are 2 Needle Blights remaining in addition to Malkarian, and Needle Blight 1 is barely standing. Needle Blight 3 is at half health, and Malkarian's at about 20% health. What would you like to do, Tide?
Okay, I'll move up from where I'm out, go up 3 squares, 1 to the left, so I'm 30 feet from Twig Blight 1.
Perfect. Okay.
I will bonus action take more Tide Leaf.
Nice.
I'm gonna take my the Surge one that allows me to add my Charisma, but also roll on the wild magic table when I cast cantrips.
Okay.
No.
I like it.
Come on, potted plant.
And then I'm going to cast. I'm testing this out because I don't know, because technically this is a 0 spell slot cantrip, but I'm going to cast it through the tablet.
Okay. And what school of magic is this cantrip?
Evocation, which is the healing one.
Very good.
But
Very
it's
good.
but it's spell level times it's spell level D6.
So 0d6. Healing.
So it's a 0 D. I bet like so the tablet also allows me to up its casting.
Right.
So I imagine I up the damage on like when I'm level 5 or so, but is it still considered a level 0 spell slot?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, your spell slot remains as is on the cantrip, but the level at which it is cast is amplified by the tablet.
Fantastic. So I like put my hand on it and I just really focus, and then like come like off my body, you see reflection where like you see kind of like a crescent moon shape, and then 2 beams just kind of like come off of me. Well, 2 come off of me, and I hit blights 1 and 2.
Nice. Okay.
They need to make 15 dex saves.
Cool. Those are +1s, so they would have to roll
15 dex saves in a row, please.
Yeah, I was about to
All right.
Save for those.
I'm gonna get every D20 I own. No, I'm just kidding. Vine Blight
You only
1
have
fails.
15 d20s? Weird.
I know. I was about to say.
I probably have more, sadly, because like I said, I have a problem. As I'm a dice goblin. Why is there no AA for dice goblins? No support groups? Come on.
Because no one's looking to quit.
Exactly. It only does good, except financially.
I only rolled a 1 on the upcast, so it'll only do 2d8.
Okay. So Needle Blight 1 fails. Needle Blight 3 rolls a 20, dirty 20. So it passes. So
Okay, so it's not going to take any damage, but 1 will take this plus my because of the tidal leaf, it'll take my my modifier.
So you can roll if you want, but Needle Blight 1 has 1 HP, so it will kill it.
Okay. And now wild magic table, which because of the modification, I can roll twice and take the one I want.
Nice.
Crazy. Roll 2 D100s and see which one you like best.
That's the word, that modification Is that what you got from the weird magic?
Yeah.
That
Of the mound.
That's
the
amazing.
mound
That's
magic.
amazing that was your choice.
I was like,
Yeah.
I can roll it twice and take the one I want, like to like reduce the negative effects of it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I rolled a 34 and a 52. 34 allows me to maximize the damage of my next spell cast.
Oh,
And 52 allows me to a spectral shield hovers next to me for a minute, giving me +2 to AC and immunity to magic missile.
What?
I'd
Those
go
are
with the
both
first
fantastic.
one, but
I'm
those
gonna
are
do
both amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the first one. So I'll my next
Fireball.
spell will do max damage.
let's go.
Your next spell does max damage. I love
I
that.
love
Yeah.
that.
And even if it doesn't happen in this combat, like great opening move for the next one.
Yeah,
Suddenly
for
he's just like
sure.
punching things. It's like, Tide, what's going on?
Oh, and the needle blight that failed takes 7 + 5, 12 radiant damage. Oh wait, no, never mind. It died immediately. It had 1 health.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would have one shot it anyway from full. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. So you
Dope.
cast forward and kill number 1, and it just explodes into a puff of little splinters, and
And
it's
then you
Trying
just
to
down.
like
be so sad.
crackling magic kind of just starts like going over me, and it's like I charge up for my next spell that I'm gonna cast.
I love it.
And that's that.
That's your
I'll
turn?
take a few steps back with the remaining movement that I have. So
I'm gonna move you back 1 square.
perfect.
Sweet.
And that's my turn.
I love it. Needle blight number 3 is going to turn towards you, Tide, and
If only I had
fire some needles at you. It rolls an 18. Does that hit?
An 18. Yeah, it's gonna hit.
Okay, cool. Let me roll its little needle attack.
My protein bar.
It does five piercing damage as some needles hit you.
Ah. The fuck? I feel like little cactus needles.
Yeah. Those little hair ones, the soft ones that are a pain to get out.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to wait till later.
After
Yikes.
losing your temporary hit points, taking 1 damage, that is Tide's turn, and the needle blights. Castan, you are up next. There is only Molkarian and the 1 remaining needle blight. What would you like to do?
So I believe the needle blight, in order for me to get sight on it, I have to move up 15 feet. I want to move up 15 feet diagonally. So
Okay.
I'm essentially right behind Barricus and have line of sight on 3.
Cool.
And then I want to use my bonus action archer to attack it.
Go for it. DC 12 or AC 12. Sorry.
That's going to be a 24 to hit.
Absolutely.
And that's going to be 8 damage, radiant damage.
Describe how you kill it with your radiant arrow.
I think that I fire off the shot and it hits and then smolders to the edges, kind of like a burning leaf would, just like
Nice.
embers.
Nice.
And then I continue another 15 feet kind of down toward where 3 was.
Cool.
And then I'm going to use my other free use of Guiding Bolt on Molkarian.
Do it.
Give me just a second to mark it. Where's the... No. Here it is. Okay. That's a nat 20.
Oh, 86 right here. Let's go.
Okay, I need more D.
Do you want me to run some dice over to you?
No, I should have plenty.
This is gonna be epic,
This has been good for crits for us.
right?
No, I do need more dice. I only have 5.
He needs 3
Yeah.
more, Victor.
3 more.
3 more. What do you need?
D6.
D6.
Dice delivery coming your way.
Please, can I have some more, sir?
Give me dice. 6, 10, 13, 18, 19, 25, 28 radiant damage.
Let's go.
Describe how you destroy Molkarians.
Yeah.
I think given where we are at, you see Kassan, he goes to fire up his bow, and the starry map from the orb kind of transforms into the elongated bow, and it's kind of got all those constellations pockmarked into it. It goes jet black. His eyes go jet black. His skin goes like a dark purple gray kind of hue. And he fires off a shot that are normally sterling, like crystalline, correlating with or coruscating with like rainbow light. This is just a jet black shot, like a black hole. And it hits Milkarian and he just spirals up, kind of like Pac-Man. And is dead.
I love it. And I figured that like just the skull would like fall to the ground smoldering. Everything else of him is just destroyed.
Absolutely.
Awesome. The combat has ended. Everyone gets 1600 XP.
Let's go. Perfect.
Yes. And so the cabin is clear now. There's a few smoking embers of wood from the blights and the little smoking skull, but otherwise it is just you four in the cabin.
Damn it!
Sorry, is there nothing else?
200 away.
Suddenly,
oh my God,
you hear the tea kettle start whistling, and then in one of the cabinets you hear a and you see Olive scrambling around inside one of the cabinets. Olive is back.
I was about to make a joke and say, I shoot it for the 200.
Say the same thing.
I shoot the kettle.
Turning with like my bow and arrow and then realizing it's Olive. It's like, oh, hi.
Olive is behind a little glass cabinet, like waving at you.
Oh, she can't open it. Okay, never mind. I was going to say,
heavy.
Jump over.
You got to open it for her.
Yeah, I go over and I open the cabinet for her and I let her walk out of my hand. I'm like, hello, how was Grandma?
She chitters happily, and then she hands you a teeny little, like I mean, it's like this big, like a little wrapped scroll, like in tiny letters.
Perfect. Yeah, I eat it because that's how Grandma delivers her letters.
Nice.
You get it, you eat it, mental, everything, you hear it all. It's fantastic.
Well, I will message you really quick what you mentally garner from that. Give me one moment here.
Olive, you must have been so tired from such a long journey. Here, rest. Oh no.
Did Olive never go? Did she get trapped?
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
I'm just typing the message from Grandma here real quick.
Yeah.
Grandma.
I cannot begin to describe how annoyed I am that we are 200 away.
Same. We just leveled up to 4 though. Like
I know, but
one more fight.
Hey, let's summon a shade demon really quick.
I can make that happen.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. I can cast Summon Beast, and then we just wail on it.
Oh, I was gonna say we could just use the tablet, and we could just guiding bolt this Shadow Wraith to death.
Perfect.
Well, it makes me think. It like makes me think of those shirts. That's like, don't piss me off. I'm close to leveling up, and you look like just enough XP.
That's awesome.
Ooh. My grandma says we have to be careful. Mr. Mulkarian was a powerful magic user, well-versed in arcane and forbidden magic, but this was thousands of years ago. Imagine what he's been able to create in the time he's just been here left to his own devices as his independent vestiges.
I feel like we just saw what he could do.
That was only one part of him. We don't know how many parts there are.
Does the letter say?
It doesn't, no. My grandma says just that there's dangerous magic, unpredictable magic, and that we need to be on guard.
Mm.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do we see anything in the cabin at this point? I know that we had to remove the rug. Is there like a trap door or something?
What was
to continue onward?
Well, there's still the rooms that I'd like to check out.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Quick thing before you guys explore. So when you hit the rug with gust, it just kind of shuffled it a little bit. It didn't really move the whole thing. It just kind of like made it overlap slightly on itself. So you actually just see wood underneath it, but it didn't move very much. So you can move it and look underneath it if you wanted. to get like
I
a
think
full
that's where I would start as Keston.
I
I
check the
kind of
kitchen.
just say we need to figure out where we go next. We can't just leave this place. It was important to Hirgon, and it's important for us to figure out what exactly our destiny is moving forward. I think we should fan out and start searching, but be careful. Grandma's
Agreed.
powerful, and if she says this place is dangerous, this place is dangerous.
Mhm. I agree.
Great. So as Verkus checks the kitchen, you find ingredients for cooking, nothing special of note. Kestan, as you move that rug carefully, you do see that at the center of where it was, there is a
I don't know if I would have done it carefully.
Okay, well, regardless, as you move it, yeah, at the center there is like a 1 foot diameter little circle of light that seems to be swirling, and it's kind of like red and yellow, and it looks like it might be a portal of some kind. It's very small, but it's in the center there, and it's almost like the void you encountered to get to this place, except it's going down much smaller, and it's kind of swirling red and yellow. And then, Ty, did you want to go into those 2 rooms on the side of the cabin?
I think I'd like
Why
to
don't
see what's in these rooms. Anybody want to join me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll join
check
you
the
after.
bedroom while you check the bedroom.
Which one do you check first, the bedroom or the one that looks like an adjacent like storage room?
Dad, you can go first.
I'll so from a distance I'll open the bedroom door with the mage hand.
Nothing happens as you open it. It's dimly lit inside, and looking inside, it looks like a pretty standard bedroom. But you can go and check any cabinets, drawers, stuff like that. So
Yeah, I'll kind of just take a look around, see if we can find anything.
nice. Yeah, there's no traps or anything. It looks like an old person's bedroom. There's a few paintings on the wall of very beautiful landscapes, actually. Actually, you do recognize one as being a drawing of. Let me jump over to the name. I want to make sure I get it right. It looks like a drawing of Lake Talios, and then another one that shows the city of Asgara near that big lake that that tide is from. So these seem to be drawings of places in Jir'Haniya.
Hey guys, do you all these other paintings, do you recognize them? I'll see if maybe if these paintings are from places we're from.
Yeah, well, I'll go take a
Check
look.
'em out.
I mean, I'll go
Yeah.
take a look.
Um,
I cast
you
guidance on myself.
nice. Actually, so you guys would see a drawing of Mount Erig, which you guys would recognize. That's kind of near Haven Hearth. So these don't seem specific to you guys. It seems like it might be from Mulkarian's memories of times past, but they are just landscapes. They're a little bit not abstract, but they look like they were done from memory, or maybe just from time in the past. You know.
And there's no like he doesn't have any like personal like a journal of some kind or
You don't find any writings. No, you do find a vicious dagger, which is one that gives you extra damage with a crit. You know. And then let's see. Let me see what other stuff you find.
Verkus, I found you a new toothpick.
You find you find a short sword that looks like it was made of obsidian, and it has a kind of like a red edge to the blade that looks like it might be like inlaid with rubies or something.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh,
Does anyone grab that?
Kastan wouldn't, but I would.
I'll take the dagger. Verkus is taking this sword.
Verkus, that is a short sword of vengeance. You do feel some kind of negative magic take hold of you as soon as you touch it.
okay.
Well,
And
Oh,
you guys, that you don't really find any writings or anything like that. You find some blankets, some little pieces of cloth, a few poorly quilted attempts at making quilts, and that's about it.
I have one question.
Yes.
thousands of years and he can't make a quilt. Come on.
Do we find any Werthers?
Oh,
You do not.
Okay. So you said negative magic takes over me. Can I do? Are you going to message me something? Is there anything I need to know?
You'll have to identify it probably to figure out more.
That's fair.
yeah. If we did identify, would that?
Yeah, totally. And actually, I'm going to send you.
Yeah, Tide, do you mind?
If we do this, I believe that
It's different. So it'll be a shadow demon.
This is a divination.
And
It would
actually-
be 2 shadow demons, which might be enough XP to level up.
Really quick. Whoever's in the bedroom, please roll me an investigation check.
That's what we've been waiting for. The secret compartment behind the painting. You know, that's
But do we all make that investigation check?
I'm
If
not
you want to,
in-
yeah.
Ooh,
If you want to,
nice.
Yeah.
16.
okay. Todd, what'd you
Also
get?
16.
19.
So, Verkus and Kastan look around pretty thoroughly and don't find anything but Tide. You have you look behind the paintings and there's nothing, but you do think that one of the you just get like a little bit of discoloration around one of the legs of the bed, and if you scoot it slightly, there is a tiny little hidden compartment behind it, and inside there is a small little red it looks to be a health potion. And it looks like it's just with your experience with health potions, kind of the shade of red can give you a bit of a heads up as to its potency, and it looks pretty potent, so it's probably going to heal at least 6d4 plus 4 of health based on its coloring.
Ooh, what kind of health potion is that?
Probably second from the top, I think.
Yeah, it's like second to top tier, pretty good. So
so you said 6. So regular potion is 4. The superior is 8.
Regular is 2. Regular is 2.
Well, I'm sorry. So I'm sorry, greater is 4, superior is 8, and then supreme is 10.
So it's between
probably like
regular-
the
this would actually be a superior, so 8.
A superior. Okay.
Okay.
8 plus 1 special effect. So if you want to note it as a special health potion, yes.
Let me see. Let me
Special-
customize.
Blind for 10 hours. That's a special effect.
I'd take it. So I'm about to die. If the choices were between being dead and being blind, I'll be blind.
And then Josh, open up the storeroom and look around in there.
Great. I'm just messaging one quick clarification on that sword to Verkus, and then I will jump back into that.
Sort of
I think
vengeance.
the reason that Verkus and I found nothing is because I'm following Verkus around the room and just like holding Olive. Be like, look, isn't she so great? She came back perfectly fine. She's like grandmother, so you know she's well fed.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So Verkus,
And-
as long as on your turn you attack with the cursed sword, any other weapons you use in addition to that will not have any kind of penalty imposed.
Gotcha. And do I
Oh.
still get that? Is it still considered a +1?
Yeah, the short sword of vengeance is a +1. So let me pull up the.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'll give you all the weapon stats real quick here.
Okay, perfect. While we're walking around, then I'm attuning to the sword.
Okay.
Great.
You're fully ignoring me and just focused on this new sword.
Yes,
you have.
I'm just like. I mean, it's obsidian with rubies. Like
It's
this
like
thing.
captivating you. Like
It's captivating. It's captivating. It's absolutely captivating.
And I just sent you the remainder of the
Don't you
weapon
think,
stats.
Isn't she just so perfect?
Yeah, she's great. She's great. Okay. Very cute gerbil.
No, she's not a gerbil. Technically, I think she's a loosh, but more of a mouse to me.
Yeah, very cute squirrel.
So Eremos, as you
Love your
go,
parrot.
Eremos, as you go into the little storage area, you find mainly it's lots of food items, and they all look pretty fresh, which is weird because they don't seem to be any under kind of salting or any kind of like cooling. They're just kind of out in little open bins. So it seems weird that they all still seem fresh and nothing's like rotted or starting to get moldy, you know? And then you do find a couple books on It looks like their titles mention magic or arcana. It seems like it's in common, but kind of an older dialect, but there are a couple books on the top shelf. And that's really all you see in there.
I thought you were going to say books on tape.
Yes.
Inglés sin barreras.
You open them.
I
they're
grab
just-
the book and grab an apple and walk out.
the books, the pages all turn to dust as you grab them. Just the bindings remain. But the apple is fresh and fine to eat. So,
Well, I
That's
give the
so
bindings
sad.
'cause I don't know what to do with them.
oh, you would also, just with your passive perception / passive investigation, you
Yeah.
would find a tiny little wooden crate that's about yay big, and it has a small, looks like a combination lock on it that has 3 numbers that go into there.
I pick it up. I pick up the crate and bring that out as well.
It feels like whatever's inside is
Yeah, I shake it.
probably wooden and not super heavy, and it sounds like there's some kind of wooden objects. Based on the sound of the clatter too, it sounds like they are long, maybe cylindrical or rectangular.
Cool. That's great.
Where would we find this code?
Where did we find what? The code?
Yeah, it's got like a code lock on it. He
I was
said
just
that
gonna
it needs 3
I was
numbers.
gonna sit out in the front yard. Duh, that was my plan. It's the wooden box. I mean, what-
Yeah, it looks you wouldn't detect any kind of magical traps upon it. It seems just like a regular wooden thing with a small. It'd be very easy to break open if you wanted.
what's inside is also wooden though, so I may crush whatever's inside by jumping on this box. So
That's true.
No. But I show the pageless books to Tide. I say, these are very strange, and there was some kind of pages, but they all crumpled to dust when I picked them up.
Oh, they must be some very old books.
But the bindings are intact. They could be used for something, maybe.
Their bindings are usually leather, but like the pages themselves, once all the moisture's out of them, so time does this to books. But can I get do some kind of check to see how long these books are probably here for them to have withered to this extent? Because I've seen old books, but like legible.
Roll an Arcana check at DC 18 or a History at DC 21.
I cast guidance on Tide.
Nice.
I'm gonna go Arcana since I have a better number to it.
Cool. That's a DC 18.
Oh nope, I rolled a 5, but then a 9 on guidance, and it's only a 13.
9, I've got a 4. Got it.
I just think this is a very old book.
Yeah, you're like, seems like it must have been here a really, really long time
What's
under
this? What's
poor
this box
conditions.
you've got?
I don't know. I'm gonna find out. I start trying to I pull out a crowbar out of my engineering pack and start trying to pry off one of the faces.
Actually, Eremos, if you make me a strength check, you might be able to pry off the lock. It's not a very big lock, not super sturdy.
I'll throw guidance on you for that.
Thank you.
So yeah, just a strength check.
All right. Check.
Oh wow.
Or I guess you could do athletics if that gives you a boost for proficiency.
Does, but I already got a 21 without athletics, so it would be 23 with athletics. Yeah.
Yeah, you pop that little lock off like it's made of paper. Bing! So it's off and it's unlocked, and I assume you open the box.
Yeah.
Roll me a d12, please.
It's a mimic.
Roll me initiative.
Hey, Scarecrow.
The lock was very much like in Harry Potter, that book that has the latch on it.
Oh,
The
But it
monster
doesn't-
book with monsters.
He took the lock
Yeah.
off. He's like, "Ah, gah, 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 gah."
Two.
So inside you find 4 arrows, and the tips look to be made of obsidian with little rubies on the end, kind of like the sword Verkus found. And so with these, they look like they might have some kind of the rubies on the end of this one don't look as fine and polished as the one on Verkus's sword. They look a little more slightly bulbous and unchiseled and uncut. So they almost look like they're a little more fragile, like they might burst when they hit a target. So these seem like 4 one-time use special arrows that would probably deal extra damage to their target. Is what you kind of gain. So yeah. So if you guys want to add to the inventory 4 special arrows, and you would have to investigate them more or test one to see what they do.
Yeah, sounds good.
We'll call
I
them
mean,
4
we have
ruby
access-
tipped arrows.
We
Well,
have
I-
access to identify,
I don't have-
essentially.
Gave a bow, so I will give them to Veracruz to put in his quiver.
Okay, nice.
I will not ask for things for a while now.
I was thinking if I had a bow, I would use them because having a ranged option is good, but I just yeet javelins and
Yeah.
goals.
I can
Armo
give
skipped
you a
archery
short
class.
bow.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like he can, he just doesn't like to.
Ruby tipped arrows.
4 of them.
And I'm just typing out what they do, so in case you guys identify it or test it, I can reference what they do. Give me one moment to write that out.
Sounds good.
Perfect.
And then we should probably short rest before we jump into this white portal. I mean, I would my comment ability.
Yeah, I'm down for that.